recording. Can you somebody turn that front light off, please? And we'll start with R2. I have no idea what's on R2, so thank you. We'll pick number 11. Okay, use the vertical line test. Okay, that's too easy. I'll just draw a line. Use the vertical line test. There we go. Is this a function? Yes, because it only crosses the vertical line at one point. So it is a function. That's real easy. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. I don't know how many. I could look right quick. But Jake, where are you on the R homework? Have you started yet?
Yeah, barely.
Okay.
I haven't done too much.
Okay. Let's go back. That's 11. 16. Let's see what that one is. All right, piecewise function. Draw that piecewise function. If you have a piece of graph paper, go ahead and graph that function. If you don't, then you pretty much suck. I'll go ahead and copy it out. Let's do that. S for snip. And I'm going to copy that. Save. I'm trying to impress y'all right now. Let's do this. Dangle insert. Pictures. Y'all are impressed, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Let's see if I can really impress y'all. Dang old. Y'all are impressed, aren't you? No, I trained myself. We've had no training. We've had these boards for 3 years. These projection systems, and the one in Pendleton's not even hooked up right. If I went to Pendleton, I could not. You know how I draw on this board right here? I couldn't do it at Pendleton because they don't even have the damn thing hooked up. Blows my freaking mind. School of Technology. That was our motto. That was our motto about 4 or 5 years ago. I know why they dropped it. School of T-Rex. All right, draw that function. That is called a piecewise function. I personally do not test you on piecewise functions because unless you're in civil engineering and go through a traffic course, you don't ever see a piecewise function. Think about it. What would be a good application for a piecewise function? Traffic lights. Going down the road. One turns on, turns off. Next one turns on, turns off. So a traffic light, a series of traffic lights would be a good application for a piecewise function. And the only reason I know that is when I was in civil engineering and in a traffic course, I remember seeing a graph of, it's a more complicated graph, but basically it was a sophisticated piecewise function for a series of 7 red lights running through a town. So hopefully if you're in civil engineering, you'll quit. I hated that. I hated that field. You'd walk into a classroom and it'd be like walking into the Pendleton campus. You'd go in and go, "Hey, what's up?" And everybody look at you like you're from Mars. Just like Pendleton, see the way they are? See? Pendleton, how's it going?
Great.
Good. Not good.
We had 1 grade out of 15 people. They suck. Pendleton, I know you're trying. I know. Y'all are conditioned to sit in a classroom and not speak to anybody. Some of those people up there, painting on them blackboards up there. We had one here at Anderson requested a blackboard. We also had one here at Anderson that requested, y'all ready for this? A TV with a VCR. And then we also had one teacher about 3 years ago that wrote a whole email in the subject line of the email.
That must have been fun to read.
All right, I'm going to do this with no coughing. 4x minus 13, and we're going to do x is less than negative 5. So negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our function for x, or for negative 4x minus 13, is going to only exist at x to the left of negative 5. Everybody with me? So 4x minus 13, that's a y-intercept of negative 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's my y-intercept. We know it's a negative slope, so that means left to right down, so you can use that point as a kind of a guide that's going left to right down. So 4 over 1 is going to be 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 over. 4 up, 1 over. 4 up, 1 over. So I'm going to take my handy dandy blue straight line maker, and I'm going to draw a line like this. Everybody with me? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, I can only use numbers that's less than negative 5. So I'm going to draw a dot, and it's not equal to, so I'm going to take my blue marker, and I'm going to draw a dot right there. Now, I can't erase. Let me try something. This is part of my training that I haven't had. Can I explode that? Nope, I cannot. I was hoping I could ungroup it. If I could ungroup the line, maybe I could erase part of it. But I can't erase part of it, so that's why I drew the circle there. So give me a second. Let me draw another circle. Let me draw a dot here and a dot here. Because when I erase everything above negative 5, it's going to erase the whole line. And erase that too. Like I say, I haven't had training, so y'all just have to bear with me a second. There. Now, I can only draw now a line from this point there. Everybody with me? Now, draw my handy dandy arrowhead right here, and that is that line right there. Good? Everybody good? Now let's take our Verde, and we'll do y is equal to 5. Well, when y is equal to a number, it's parallel to what axis? The x-axis, right? But it's only from negative 5 to what? So there's negative 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going from, is that equal to? Yes, that would be an open circle, closed circle. Oh, that's an open circle. There you go. Everybody good? And now we'll do the other one in. I don't like to use red. I'm going to use magenta. And we'll do x plus 7. We know that x has got to be greater than 5, so I'm going to put a mark here. And that's greater than or equal to, but we've got to do y-intercept of 7. And we got a positive slope, so that means left to right up. So 1 over 1, 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 and I better go for a few more. 1 over 1, 1 over 1. Okay, 45-degree angle. Now, all I got to do is go from 5. Is it inclusive of 5? Yes. So I'm going to put a dot here. Take my handy dandy straight line maker. And you feel good about yourself. Jake, why are you so quiet, man? Come on.
I'm tired.
Well, I'm Hubert. Okay? I stayed up just late. I went to bed at 2 o'clock.
Hey, I didn't get home till about 3.
I got home at 3:45.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna come to class, but then
Why?
I didn't want you to talk because I was tired.
I didn't say a word. All I said is I won $300. You could have made it 4.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you haven't talked more junk.
I don't know. I don't do that. I don't do that. That's some of that fanatic bull crap. I don't do that. But remember this, Jake. I'll say this one more thing. Math don't lie.
That's right.
You can't take 6 top 10 teams and put it against 1 top 10 team. I did give Clemson a 33% chance. Those people that I bet, I said there's a 33% chance. They wanted to bet me on a touchdown or more, and I told them, I said touchdown or more. I'll take $100. I got $300 to collect.
Will that dude pay you?
I got to see them today. There's 3 different people.
Oh.
And they initiated the bet. That's what gets me about those Clemson. I'm not talking about supporters. I'm talking about the Clemson idiots. They don't beat the hell out of LSU. I'll bet you $100. Okay, I'll bet you. Idiots.
They're going to try and avoid you today.
I know they are.
Students?
No. Lord, no. Lord, no. I get fired. I done been fired. Well, somebody in the classroom would have said, Hubert's betting with the students on the Clemson game. I thought you might want to know about it. What's the number 1 rule of life, 109? There's always what? There's always one. In the class, in the group, at work, there's always one that's going to screw it up for everybody. Anybody got a question on this one? Now, what's the percentage of this being on my test? Less than 20%. I don't do piecewise functions. I want you to know how to do them, but you don't see a lot of applications with piecewise functions, so I don't go over them very much. Capiche? All right, so let's go over something else. Let's take our handy dandy. They want to know h of -8. So let's find, when you have a -8 in parentheses, what does that mean you're doing? You're plugging in -8 for what?
For X.
X. So go back to your handy dandy, go back to pre-algebra, draw your little X and Y, and there's -8, so you got to find what? You got to find Y. So somebody go to -8. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it should be 17. That's how you do that. What if I give you this? What if I give you this as one of your questions? F of X is equal to 4. What does that mean? Well, what's F of X? A fancy way of writing what? Y. So that means I've got a 4 right here. So I've got to find what? X. So here I got what, 17? And here, somebody tell me where y is equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They ain't there. So you put on that. So let's find one that does. Let's say y is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5. Or f of x is equal to 5. F of x is equal to 5 is the same thing as saying y is equal to 5. So y is equal to 5 from negative 5 to what? 5. Okay? So make sure not only can you draw a piecewise function, but you can interpret a piecewise function. In other words, find x or y. So it's a good homework question, but I probably won't test you on that. So let's find a good test question. Another piecewise, that's pretty simple. You got y is equal to 4. So that means you got a horizontal line at 4 and a horizontal line at negative 8. What kind of circle do you have on the 4? You got an open circle and a closed circle. So it's not this one. So we're going to use a little bit of dang old deduction. It's not this one because we got to have an open circle up here. Could be this one. Could be this one. It's not this one. So now you've got it down from a 25% chance down to a what? 50% chance. So where is x less than negative 4? To the left or to the right? So it's D. So that's if I was to give you a test question, either of these two would be something I would give. I don't give anything on a test, and my 109 students can tell you, I do not give anything on a test that is tricky, or if I do give you something that's tricky, I warn you before I do it. In the homework, I'll warn you. I say, this is a tricky question. Make sure you make a note of it. So, okay, let's move on. I want to find some more. Let's see. Let's get out of piecewise. Make sure you can plug and chug. I'm not worried about plugging and chugging. Y'all in a calculus class, I think for sure y'all can plug and chug. What does this say? Use technology. That means graph it on a calculator. So take a minute and make sure you can graph this on a calculator. All right? It says use technology to graph the functions there and here. And graph those two functions. Now you got a cubic function. And remember, a cubic function is going to have ending behavior. What is ending behavior, 109 students, of a cubic function? What's ending behavior? It's probably going to be going in opposite directions. So, graph it on a... Now that is a test question, but I don't go over them very much because most of you in a calculus class should know how to plug in to your calculator those two functions. Okay? And they're probably going to ask you two, I believe. Let's see, that one. I don't know if it's that one because it's got an x cubic function and an x. Okay, so it is ending behavior of opposite. I wanted to make sure. So it's either going to be this one, A, or it's going to be this one. But this y-intercept is negative 12. So I'm pretty sure it's A. Now, if some of y'all are going, what the hell is he talking about? Then you need to go check the reviews out, especially for ending behavior, parent graphs, cubic functions. Was the parent graph, did it work? Or did you remember? Huh? Okay. Parent graph, it should work, I hope. Let's see if I'm right. Yep. And it gives you the second one. What is 1 over x squared? 109, is that a full volcano or a half a volcano? No, it's full. X squared. 1 over x is half. 1 over x squared is full. So it looked like D I don't see anything. We know we got a what shift? Vertical, well, that's not a vertical shift. That would it's probably going to be this one. Nope. So it's funky. It's a funky one. So go ahead, and that would be 4 times 1 over x squared minus 4. So the x squared minus 4, the minus 4 is a vertical shift of 4 down. So it could be A or it could be B, because you got a vertical shift of 4 down. And you've got a x squared is equal to 4, so you've got a vertical asymptote of -2 and +2. So I should have seen that. I don't know why I didn't. Sorry. There we go. That's in the parent graph review. Did you check it? Is it? It's what? Oh, so you can see me. No, is it a video? Does the video work?
I don't know if the parent graph is that. I'm going to have to look that up.
Oh, I thought you were looking that up. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'll compile you a list when class.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. That would help me out. I'll get on it right quick if you give me that list. I suck. All right, so that's a little bit of the first section. So let's go back to the second section. Assignments. R4. That's a little bit of the second section. Now this is R4. All right, let's try this one. This is a test question, so make sure you can do it. Use the given point and slope to write an equation of the line in point-slope formula. The slope is 0, and it goes through the point. Let's don't do that one. Hold on. There. Find the slope and the equation of this line. It goes through 2 and 5, and 5 and 5. Hold on. They're giving us, I don't want horizontal and vertical lines, okay? And that's the same one. Okay, there we go. Find the equation of this line. Those other equations was a vertical and a horizontal line. I don't want to do that. I want to do one that's actually not a horizontal or vertical line. So do this one. Of course, some of y'all are going to go ahead and quit. Why? Because it's a fraction, and y'all can't do fractions, right? I don't know who locked these casters on this thing, but whoever did, they need to have their butt whooped. The conspiracy. I'm sorry, but this is just, I'm going to end up turning my drinks over because of somebody locking the casters on this thing, and it's going to make me mad. So y'all go ahead and work on the problem.
You need a Snickers.
Yep. Need a shot. Dang old bourbon. There's my chewing gum I couldn't find. Somebody's done tore into it. Hey. That one's unlocked. And heck, they ain't even screwed in right. They're heading for it. Look at that. It's a conspiracy. That's why they won't turn, because they're not, somebody hadn't got them screwed in right. There, that one's unlocked.
How come you're just now noticing this problem?
Well, actually I noticed it the first day of class, but it had all this junk on it. And I really don't like y'all, so I'm taking this time to do it because I don't like y'all. Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
But I paid for this class. I kind of want to lecture the whole time.
I'm not getting my money's worth, right?
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jake, I'll go ahead and give you the test for all semester. You can go ahead and take it. How about that?
Hey, all right. Bring it on.
There we go. See how nice that works? Okay, so what do you do first? You got to find, in order to do the point slope equation, what do you have to have? You got to have a point and a what? Slope. That's right, class. So, first thing we got to do is use the point slope equation. Point slope, or the slope is m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. There is the slope equation and the point slope equation. All of you in 109 should have remembered that. If you have no idea what I'm doing, then you need to go to the Algebra 2 review if it works and check that out. If not, I'll try to get these videos fixed. X sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. M is equal to parentheses minus parentheses over parentheses minus parentheses. Now, I am a graduate 2 3/4 times of Clemson University. So, if you walked into my office 6 years from now and wanted me to do a slope, I would use those parentheses. Why? Because I don't want to screw up the problem. Some of you with 0 degrees, you don't need those parentheses. You know why? Because you're perfect. You don't make mistakes. Don't not use those parentheses. Because if I give you whole numbers, yes, most of you can do whole numbers in your head. But what are we doing here? And y'all go stupid. Okay? Students do not like fractions. So you need to put them in parentheses so you don't screw it up. All right? Same thing with negatives. So here we go. Negative 1/3 and negative 1. Negative 1/3 and 5/6. Now, you should be able to do that without a calculator, although some of you can. But I'm going to do it. So that's going to be negative 1/3 minus a negative 3/3 over negative 1/3 minus 5/6. Well, I got to change this into 2/6. So I'm going to change that into 2/6. And now I can add. So what is negative 1 plus 3?
2.
2/3. Negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. When you divide by a fraction, you multiply by the what? And take that out, take that out. I got negative 4/7. What'd y'all get? Well, some of y'all got the wrong answer. The answer is negative 4/7. Now, unless I made a mistake, go ahead and check it. But the reason some of y'all got it wrong is because you didn't add the -1 plus 3. Some of y'all got -4/3 there. And that's wrong. Thus, you don't need those parentheses. All right, question. Did somebody check it? Okay. Now, I've got a point. Pick one of these. I don't care. I'm going to pick this one. So, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do part 2. 5/6, comma, -1. There's my point. And my slope is -4/7. So now plug and chug into the point slope equation. Oh, we can plug it in, see if we're right. Let me put all my stuff back. Okay, what did you get for the slope?
I haven't got there yet.
What a disappointment. I got negative, and then I'm going to hit the fraction bar. Whatever. Negative, fraction bar, 4/7. And I feel good about myself. So that means if you didn't get -4/7, you got it what? So you might want to use those parentheses, because I guarantee you probably didn't. All right, so let's do the line. So I'm going to plug and chug. Y minus 5/6. I'm going to erase all this over here. Y minus parentheses equals parentheses times x minus parentheses. Y sub 1 is what? -1. X of 1 is what? 5/6. And M is -4/7. Y plus 1 is equal to -4/7 x minus be a plus, and that's going to be 20/42, which is 10/12, which is 5/6. Somebody check me. No, is that right? 20/42.
Score is 26 times 7 squared. Yeah.
Okay, so that reduces down. That 6 cancels a 3 and a 2, which is 10/21. I must have dropped something there. Somebody check me on that. And then Y is equal to -4/7 x plus be a minus 11/21. Somebody check me. What's 10 minus 21? Is it -11?
Yep.
I guarantee you there's some of y'all in here that are going, where to get that -11/21. Okay? You need to review. So let's check it and see, because I could have a careless mistake in there. Neither horizontal nor vertical. Slope is defined. I'm going to put a 3 because I don't feel like typing all that in. Well, look there. I got it right. So that means some of y'all got it wrong. So if you got this right, you're good to go. If you got any part of it wrong, you need to review. Question, gripe, complaint. Okay, the Y-intercept exists. The Y-intercept is what? -11 over what? 21. Now, if you had my 109, you know how to find the Y-intercept pretty easy. Okay? For those of you that don't know, it's always C. AX squared plus BX plus C. It's always C. Next question. Let's move down. That was 13. Let's move down and do 17. Okay, that's a word problem. I'm not worried about that. We're in the mechanics right now. 17, 19. Okay, that's probably going to be finding the slope. Yeah. Average rate of change is a 25-cent word for what? Slope. So make sure you make a note of that. I want to get back up to the mechanics. Let's go back up. That's applications. So that's 13. Let's go to 10. There we go. I'll give you a couple of these because these are good to know. Hold on. Let me find one that's not a vertical or a horizontal line. Come on. All right, there you go. Use a given point and slope to write an equation of the line in point-slope form and an equivalent equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Just give me the slope of the line, or the equation of the line. The slope is 4, and it's going through the point, -5 and 0. Oh, this is easy. This one's easy. Jake, you should be able to do this one. Man, I ain't believing Jake ain't talking. He ain't doing nothing. Jake, I want you to go home and get some rest, because I don't want you turning into the Pendleton campus.
I'm going home taking a nap. Don't worry.
Pendleton campus, settle down, please. They're just all keyed up. Huh? They don't react. I mean, that's just not them. It's not just them. It's the Pendleton campus in general, because every Pendleton class I have is like that. 109's in Pendleton. Am I right or wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Bad.
I was asking the Pendleton 109s. There's 3 of them up there. And Mr. McCulloch, he's done been converted.
Nah, I'm the only one talking.
Oh, well, you sure ain't talking very much. And they're going to beat the hell out of you when you go in the hallway. As soon as you go out there, since you talked to me, they're going to wait out there and they're going to beat you up.
I'll run.
Well, what did you find out about your brother? Why did he drop my class?
He dropped out.
He just dropped out of school?
Yeah.
Was he all right?
He's all right. I guess he's just trying to figure out what he wants to do.
Tell him to go in the Marine Corps. That's what I did. I figured out real quick what I wanted to do.
He's thought about that.
Which one of y'all does the Coach O impression?
Oh, that's him. Sorry.
No, are you telling me that, or is it him?
It's him. I'm sorry. It's not me.
Dadgummit. Go
Oh,
Tigers.
crap. He just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think it's him. Go Tigers. What we did was run around that line. Caught that ball. Go Tigers. Can't help but like the guy. He's old school football. Not preaching Sunday morning, pass the plate around football. All right, here we go. They say he had a scar on his head for where he hit his head, psyching him up in the locker room. He cut his head on something. I wouldn't doubt it. It reminds me of a cross between an old football coach and a wrestler, kind of in between. I didn't say a wrestler, I said a wrestler. You know, wrestler.
WWE?
What?
Like WWE?
Yeah, the wrestling. WRASSLIN. All right, so here we go. M is equal to 4, and our point is -5, 0. That's our x of 1, y sub 1. Y minus parentheses equals M times x minus parentheses. And y minus 0 is equal to 4. Oops. No sneezing in class.
That was outside the door.
Okay, well tell them to square themselves away. Okay? -5. Outside which door? Pendleton or Easley or where was it?
Oconee campus.
Okay,
Yes,
go
I'm
out
not-
there and whoop them upside the head and tell them to be quiet.
Bet.
All right, no, sit down. Sit down. And boy, y minus 0 is 0 is equal to 4x. What is -1 times -5? +5 plus 20. Jake, did you get that?
Of course.
Okay, you just saw 2 test questions that are on the test. One with fractions, one the Jake level. Okay? Is that
Wow.
gifted and talented?
I'm offended.
I'm Hubert. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next homework. Because y'all
I'm
didn't
going to
send
talk
any
to the
questions. So either that means that y'all know it all or y'all haven't done any homework. Let's go make fun of people. Let's go down here and see. Let's go make fun of people that haven't done any work. No, I can't. I got to look up all 3 classes. That sucks. I'm not going to do that. We'll just pick on Jake. How about that? All right, so R5. Somebody pick a number.
18.
13.
I was going to pick 10, but we'll go with 18. That's the first one I heard. Domain. Remember, 109 students, what I tell y'all, the domain is affected when it's a fraction or a what? A radical. Thank you. You're the one that paid attention. Okay, radical. So that means you got to set the radicand equal to what? 0, because you can't take the square root of a negative. So you're going to have to set the radicand equal to 0. So let's do that. If it was a fraction, you would set the denominator equal to a fraction. Equal to 0. So here we go. 7 plus 3x is equal to 0. 3x is equal to -7. X is equal to -7/3. Now, plug in -7/3. What do you get? You get 0. What if you go above that and below it? So what is 7/3? 2 1/3?
Yeah.
So let's go -3. -3, and what's above -2 and 1/3? -1 or 0? Okay, so let's just draw a little number line here and put -7/3 here. Now when we plug in -7/3, we get what? 0. So is that feasible? Can we have 0 in the radical? Yes. So then you say, plug in 0. What is 7 plus 0?
7.
It's a positive, right? Can I take the square root of a positive? Yes. So all this is good answers. Somebody plug in a -3. What do we get when we plug in a -3?
7 plus -9.
And that gives you a what as an answer?
Negative answer.
So anything below this is bad. So what is our domain?
All positive for all numbers.
Above?
0.
What number gives you 0?
7.
So we got to
Negative
use, so x is already, so x has to be greater than or equal to negative what? 7/3. Now, just to give y'all, what time is it? 10, I don't want y'all going into convulsions. We got till 11, so we're still good. Okay? Anybody got questions on this one? Now, just to give you some kind of indication, there's several reviews that you can look over if you want to. go back to your YouTube, pull up, where is my, it's easier to go this way.
You have to see it if you're not signed in.
Oh, well, I know, I don't, it's easier just to go this way. Now, like I said, I was just informed this morning that my Algebra 2 review, some of the videos are not working, so I've got to go back and redo it. But you can go to Math 110. Here's y'all's class last semester, Jake. Y'all can go here, click on Full Playlist, and you can go over these reviews right here. We only spent, I don't know if we, yeah. What's the first section besides the review? Somebody look in your review, your outline. What do we start on after the review? Oh, that's 109. I'm sorry. Y'all don't have that. Anyway, I think these are all reviews. These three right here, I think, are reviews. I'm not sure. Okay? You can go to my 110 from last semester and hit the reviews. I think I got 2 review days there. You see what I'm getting at? You can go and look at these reviews. Even if my Algebra 2 review videos are not working, you got 4 or 5 videos that you can pull up for my 109 last semester or my 110 last semester. Okay? So I'm just telling you, send me the questions or go to these videos, one of the two. Yes.
Go check out your Algebra 2 playlist, because I think you might be able to tell based on the actual thumbnail.
Well, I hadn't looked at it because I guess I should look at it.
Scroll down, yeah, graphing methods, and then scroll down.
Oh.
See how they have that image on?
I don't know why it did that though, because I presented.
Yep, there it is.
Oh my God. I got to do
Gotta redo them all
over again.
I've checked.
That's a rip.
I got to do every single one of those over again.
I haven't taken a look.
Man, it sucks to be you today.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, loser?
Wow.
Well,
Too
at
early,
least
man.
you can go over some of them. God. Well, see, now something's not right. I was showing a student this the other day, and there was a picture here.
You broke it yesterday then?
No, it was 2 or 3 days ago. What the heck is that? Oh my gosh, I ain't believing that. That just...
But it says only one view. Wouldn't it have more than just one view if people were reviewing it? So maybe
I
that
don't
like
know.
deleted the reviews.
Very
other reviews
optimistic people
too.
use these.
I'm just going to have to redo them. That just pisses me off. But thanks for telling me, though. I appreciate you seeing it.
Problem.
I didn't have any idea that I would. Well, the only thing I know is I hit present, and maybe it toggled off, on, and then off is the only thing I can think of. Oh, God, that pisses me off. But anyway, there's 4 videos on the 109 from last semester and the 110 from last semester. You can use those, or you can use the ones that did present, and that's just depressing. Or you can send me the questions. So make sure you do that. Let's go over some more. We did, which one? Somebody name another number.
13.
20 what?
22.
22 probably be a word problem, which I'm not. Okay. Yeah, I'm not worried about word problems right now. Let's go back. Okay. Now, watch this one. This is 6, but is 6 even or odd? So you can't have, so set the denominator equal to 0, and you're going to have to do the test to see which side of that number that gives you 0 will give you a negative. I think we did 18. Let's go up. Okay, here's one. Find the domain. This is a fraction. So what do? Set the denominator equal to what? And then use completing the square. That's what I'm going to use. Now my whiteboard's gone. There we go. So x squared minus 9x plus blank is equal to negative 20 plus blank. Half of 9 is 9 halves. 9 halves squared is 81 fourths, right? So that gives us shortcut number 2, x minus 9 halves, quantity squared, is equal to 80 fourths, 88 fourths, no, 80 fourths, sorry, plus 81 fourths, which is 1/4, so x minus 9 halves, quantity squared, is equal to 1/4. Take the square root, x minus 9 halves is equal to positive or negative 1/2. Bring the 9 over, so x is going to be equal to, what is 1 plus 9? And 10 halves is 5. And negative 1 plus 9 is what?
8.
Negative 1 plus 9 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is what? 4?
4, yeah.
So you should get 4 and 5. Now, I've got several degrees. I do realize that you could use reverse FOIL. I know that. But I use completing the square because completing the square is very important for you to be able to do things in calculus, especially limits. So always make sure students can do. Now, my Math 109 students should be going, oh God, I remember doing that all last semester. Hopefully you're saying that to yourself. I hope you are. I hope you're having flashbacks. So let's check it. Here is 0. Here is 5. And I'm sorry, 4. And here's 5. So we know that 4 will give us a 0, so we can't use 4. We know that 5 will give us a 0, so we can't use 5. So let's check 0. 0 over, and that's good. We can have that. And these should be okay also. So I'm going to pick, what's between 4 and 5? 4.5. 4.5 squared is going to be, so somebody plug in 4.5 squared.
20.25.
Minus 9 times 4.5.
Negative 20.25.
Plus 20. It's a negative, so that's okay. And here is okay. So technically, we can use anything, but we can't use 4 and what? So all reals except x cannot equal 4 or 5. And that is your, now, interval notation, this is negative infinity, this is positive infinity, so we could say negative infinity to 4, exclusive of 4, and then from 4 to 5, exclusive, and then from 5 to what? Infinity. Now, if you're in my 109 students, you should be having flashbacks on that. Interval notation. I don't know what they're going to do, but either one of those answers are correct.
So what's your civil degree?
Those are two good. I'm sorry, got a question? What?
Yeah, what are your several degrees in?
Well, my first one is in math sciences. My second one is math teaching. And my third is in education leadership. Well, I didn't get a doctorate in it because I didn't want to be a doctor. So 3. I'm going to put it.
All from Clemson?
Clemson. If you say Clemson with a P, that means you're a dumb southern, redneck. So at least that's what ESPN thinks, because that's why ESPN says Clemson, because they don't want to be associated with us rednecks. All right, so next, there's the answer. Let's check and see if I'm right. Yep. So make sure you know how to write the answer as soon as you get it. And you can write it either one. Those are two good test questions out of domain and range. Hopefully some of y'all are going, okay, I remember some of this. I hope you're not like seeing it for the first time. That's not good. So I don't know what section that was. Was that R5 or R6? Okay, R6. And let's see, pick a number.
17.
17 is probably going to be a word problem. Okay, logs. Don't forget the logarithms. And I got to redo that one too, I believe. If x is equal to log base 7 and y is equal to log base 2, express log base b of 98 in terms of x and y. I'm trying to see what this one's asking, because you're going to have to rewrite. Let me see where this one's going. They have to. Okay, this is one of those stupid questions. They don't even have the. This is a new question. Okay, we can.
16 is just like it.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
16 is just like it, and it has the Hilton.
Okay, well, let's check 16 because they're rewriting with. Let me make sure. Okay, that's what I was thinking they were doing with the exponents. So we know that 3 to the second power is equal to what? 9. Okay? We need 3 to the third power to be 27. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite that as log base b of 3 to the third power. But that's not going to help us because, let me see what they're doing because I'm missing something here. Yeah, 27, 3 to the third power, there it is. But I'm trying to see what they're actually doing with the 2. 3 to the third power, that would be 3 log b of 3. 3 log b of 3. I'm just going to put 3. Log b of 3. And then log b of 20, yep, 3 log b of 3. Since log b of 2 is equal to a, and log b of 3 is equal to c, is that given? Yeah, log base 3 is equal to, rewrite the logarithm in terms of, well, that's going to be, I'm not seeing what they're doing here. And to let some of y'all know that don't have me, that's never had me before, I'm not perfect. And sometimes I run into some of these questions I've never seen before. Okay. All right, I see what they're doing now. They're doing substitution, which is, and they're saying 3c. So log b of 27 equals 3c. That absolutely has no learning effect whatsoever. Okay, we're not going to do that one. We'll go back to it later. Now, this one you can do. What's the first thing you should do whenever you take an exponent? 109s, we went over this last semester. If you've got a variable in an exponent, what's the only way that you can do? Now, you might could do this with definition of a logarithm, but what is the second best way to solve an equation?
Take the logs of both sides.
Take the log of both sides to do that. This is a test question. So 5 to the x power is equal to 15. 5 to the x power is equal to 15. Log of 5 to the x equals log of 15. Now, at this point, all of you should know what to do now. Use the power rule. Power rule says what? 109 should all be talking. What does the power rule say? Power rule of logarithms. Y'all all suck. Especially my 109 students. What can I do with that X, 109s? Put it in front. Why do you say that?
Oh, I don't want to answer them.
Well,
See if someone else had it.
just say you're Jake. X log of 5. You come back to this classroom like this again, Jake, and I'm going to fail you.
That's not even fair.
Well, like I said, see, the Pendleton campus is slowly spreading to the Anderson campus and the Easley campus.
But nobody else talks. How come I'm the one that fails?
Just don't. just make sure you show up rested Thursday.
I'm gonna show
And
up
punch
drunk.
this in your calculator. Log of 15 divided by the log of 5. That should be a 5, not 15.
I'm gonna show up drunk next class.
No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Because somebody will tell my boss that I gave you the liquor. All right?
That'll be me. I'll tell him.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. You gonna cancel me out?
Oh yeah. Last semester you gave us free breakfast. This semester is free booze.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, like that. Did I tell y'all? Did I tell the 109s about the Mexican restaurant in the afternoon class?
No.
Something smells like tacos in here and it's amazing.
I had a class that had like 8 students in it. Everybody with me? And it met from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock on Monday, Wednesday to like 5:30. So for the last class meeting, we ended up with like 7 students. The last class meeting, I said, you know what? I don't feel like teaching the last day of class. So y'all can either go home or we can go eat. I'm paid for the food. Does everybody understand that? I said, you can either go with us or you could go with us and I'll pay for the food. I'm going to go eat Mexican. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
So I gave everybody a choice, right? They can either go home or they can go with me. I'm going Mexican. I'll pay for the food. I'm not going to pay for the drinks. You know why, don't you? Because somebody gets drunk and they blame it on me if they run into a tree. No, I'm not doing that. But I paid for the food. So 6 went right down here, El Herrero's, it's 3 miles down the road, down 24 here. I did not get to the parking lot, and I got a phone call. My boss called, are you forcing your class to go eat with you? There's always what? There's always one.
That's why you gotta invite your boss too.
So
I
what
can't
wound up
win.
happening?
I paid for the whole class. Paid for the whole class. And I said, you can either go home, study, or we're going to go eat Mexican. Anybody wants to go? I pay for your food. Are you forcing your students to eat with you?
Makes you sound like
I know. I just thought we'd have fun, we'll have fun. And it turned out to be we had a ball. Everybody was laughing and joking and weaned on a pickle and went home, I guess. I don't know where she went, but I'm trying to find another problem.
All the things that you pointed out, or you can call it.
Yeah.
Free Mexican food. Why?
And you know what comes with free Mexican food if you're a female? Free tequila. So. All right, here is definition of what? Definition of a logarithm. Do that one. Or you should probably just quit because you don't know what to do. Might want to write down the definition of a logarithm first.
Did you find out who complained about it?
Well, it was the one that didn't show up.
Uh-uh.
Well, who else? She's the only one that knew that we were going to eat. Yeah.
We don't.
I think we all
I
do that
guarantee you, if I did that with this class, somebody at Pendleton would call my boss.
You'd also be broke.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
probably. But you know what? Hey, it's only money, you know. I'd be $1 million in credit card debt. I'll still go to New Orleans to go with the Tigers, even though I'm $1 million in credit card debt.
You know the people that get chicken tenders and fries at a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah, that's I know.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a good friend that's $1 million in credit card debt, but they went to New Orleans to see the Tigers. And people wonder why I stay on the farm. I can't hang with people like that. Can you imagine being $1 million in credit card debt?
Yeah, you never get that later.
And
You
they,
only live life once.
really? You're going to come to me, $1 million in credit card debt, you're going to come to me with you only live once. I can't handle that. I can't. I'm sorry.
If I'm already in debt, I might as well take you too.
Files
On
for
me.
bankruptcy. He's good.
One day y'all going to see Jake in a box, in a ditch, down by the river.
Nah, Bernie will help me out.
Yeah, the government going to take care of you, Jake. Feel the burn, baby. Log base 64 of 1/4 is equal to X. Now, you know who's going to take care of you, Jake? Pocahontas is going to take care of you. You ever seen that woman talk on stage? Her arms are flailing all around. She tried to dance the other day on stage. That was, oh my gosh. Have you ever seen anything as, oh gosh, that was terrible. That was just terrible. Bless her heart. And then Joe's still wondering what state he's in. So.
God, did you hear that Cardi B, of all people, wants to run for office?
Yeah, so she can steal everybody's wallet.
She said after the whole Iranian thing that she was going to move to Nigeria, and
Yeah.
she quickly backpedaled on that, and instead recently came out with a quote that I believe was something along the lines of, I really have so much good ideas and stuff. No, it was, I really have hella so much good ideas and stuff. It's like some insane, like, out of nowhere left turn.
I think she said, I have some bomb-ass ideas or something like that.
What the good?
I have come to the conclusion that Hollywood and mainstream media, they've lost their damn minds. They have. They've lost their damn minds. All right, there is the definition of a what? Of a logarithm. So somebody tell me which form, or what form? We've got the left side, right? So I'm going to rewrite mine like this. Okay, that'd be x is equal to log base 64 of 1/4. Okay, so where's my a? 64 to the what? To the 1/4. Yeah, I'm sorry. To the 1/4, I just had a brain bubble, is equal to x.
Gifted and talented.
Yeah. Hey, everybody has a brain bubble every now and then.
I don't think I ever have.
When you said Clemson was going to win that game.
There.
You walked right into it, bud. I'm sorry. What was your words? Clemson's going to whoop up on LSU. That was, I believe, your words.
Oh, yeah. I thought we'd win by 10 points.
I took
I was wrong.
well, at least one touchdown. I took it and grabbed it. I ran with it. I don't know. What was the spread?
5.5.
Oh, well, I took a touchdown, at least one touchdown. Oh, Clemson gonna whoop up. Clemson gonna beat their butts. at least by 1 touchdown. I said, I'll bet you $100. I said, I'll take that bet. There was 3 of them sitting there. I said, I'll take every one of you's money. I'd be interested to see what they're going to say when I see them.
I hope it's not the
Shake on
friends
it?
in debt.
No, they're too busy going to all of these places and running up that credit card bill. All right. I think we're going to quit for today. Y'all got some homework to do.